portal to Sentinel. You three may enter, but I must speak with your friend. Honor and faith are due all, but you who have come from afar, your contribution is matched in measure only by the length of... Through you, the Ansei wards have been recovered, and so it will be through you they are... You have accomplished a heroic feat today, but there is more. Return the Ansei wards to their rightful place. The impervious vault. The vault is stronger. It will protect the ward so that we can again protect them.
One cannot be a great ruler without first being an impeccable judge of character. You walked into my palace a stranger, but I trusted you immediately. Come, though. This is an historic day. We have strengthened the sea.
The wards are restored, and so are we. We can again maintain vigil over the living and the dead, and ensure that both adhere to the divine laws of Tuwaka. Your role in this has not... For us, it is never finished. But for you, your road leads elsewhere. You have done for Alakir far more than many others would have. You have fought bravely, sacrificed honorably. You have acted as an Your path is your own, but be assured, Tuaka has blessed you, and wherever you go, the gods will be with you.
Today is a good day, my friends. Our sacred guardians are restored. Great! The specter of undeath threatened our kingdom, our lives. The sands of the Alakir howled with the outrage of our honored ancestors. Now, though, the spawn of Satura are dead, and they will remain that way. The withered hand is scattered. Many of you already know this, but all this was accomplished only because of this one who stands here before you. The spirit of Divad raises his blade in salute. Someday, this hero's song will be sung in the chants of praise. All hail our great protector. All hail the hero of the Alakir. In addition to the public praise, I must add my own private words of appreciation, Wayfarer. You not only saved the kingdom in honor of your selfless dedication, your unwavering courage, and the incredible service you have done the kingdom. It may seem unappreciative to ask more of you, but I would be neglecting my duty to the Daggerfall Covenant. King Aemond is dead, killed by the Reachmen. They have long sought to reclaim Northern Bankerai. And of course, but it'll take time. Time Evermore doesn't have. You could go now. They need some... King Aemond had a stable boy who kept me informed. But I've heard nothing since the king's death. Not even most of the Buellsay River shipping has been commandeered for the war. So I suggest you take the... Indeed. A son and a daughter. Very young last I saw them. But his son would be his heir. If the situation in Bankerai is as dire as it sounds, I expect Emmerich will send a Lion Guard. But they will have to muster and march from...
Did I overhear correctly? Faharajad asked you to go to Evermore? Sounds like that place is shaping up to be a real trouble spot. I wish I could come along, but the guild's got me doing something else. Probably not nearly so interesting. Of course. That's a big city, though. Wouldn't want to drop you on top of some unfortunate merchant. How about the bridge right outside the gates? I've heard the Reachmen are at the gates. But that could just be a figure of speech. One portal to the gates of Evermore right here for you. Good luck. From what I've heard, you're gonna need it. Well, that's what Simone said, but she's a shameless gossip. Furthermore, she might have meant it as a figure of speech. Surely the Reachmen aren't literally at— Well, it's a long story. I was a novice, and then there was this herd of swine. I meant to send them to Northglen, just outside Evermore.
strategy. I tell you, things grow darker here by the damn hour. Reachmen are right down there. Came in by boat, took the lighthouse, and now they're crawling up in the woods to assess our... Captain Huron's fought the bastards' leader before, Strasnock. He says we're outmatched and we have to just... Absolutely. Captain's ordered us to hold back, but not you. And he did say we need more outside help. I won't lie to you, friend. Things are grim. The king's brother, Duke Renchant. He's at least acting. I wouldn't say that. They just don't know him. Renchant's doing the best he can with what he's got. I shouldn't talk bad about the captain. He's probably the right man for the job. He's a Nord, and he's fought the Reach... Sir Jarned? Poor old sot. He was escorting Princess Alara when she got ambushed and killed. Jarned would have been better off if he had died there too. I thought the Queen was going to have him executed. Beats the oblivion out of me. Ever since King Aemon died, they've been showing up all over the city. With all their cackling, it's a damn plague.
You're not staring at me, are you?
I don't know if you picked the best time to visit Evermore, but if you know how to use that weapon, I expect you will be treated as an honored guest. Ah, my true king. I knew he had not forgotten us. I am certain there are many... I, for one, am very glad Faharajad sent you. Many here in Evermore believe the rest of the Covenant has forgotten us.
Nothing down here's in the right place. You know what that means? It just means more dumb dung I gotta deal with before I can get out of here. Caravan contract job east of here in those old Ayleid ruins. Selosli, they call the place. Some mage out there wants an armed escort, and I'm the only one available to go. By Moloch, yes. I could use a partner on this one. Like I said, the pickup's out...
If you want to lose 10 pounds of ugly fat...
If he was the thief, then that means... Oh, no. What if her name was...
I don't suppose you're here to pay your respects to the Blacklight Raiders, are you?
A notorious band of treasure hunters from the First Era. They went all over Morrowind, looting and pillaging, stealing our people's most sacred relics. I studied them because the Fool's password is a combination of letters from the Raiders' names and professions. Totally forgotten now. All 4 Raiders are buried here, but It sounds archaic, but the Blacklight Raiders were well-rounded. Warrior, cleric, thief, and mage. The mage wrote a letter to one of the others telling how to open the lockbox. Between the letter and the gravestones, Yes, that's all we have to go on. What we need to figure out is what each of the Blacklight Raiders' names was, and whether they were the fighter, the mage, the thief, or the cleric. Look at the letter. I only know so much. They started out as just a small band of adventurers from High Rock, exploring old barrows. I come from a village outside Blacklight. My grandfather always told me stories.
Knight stayed there to protect him. She can be noble if she wants. If you could find a way to get all those corpses back in the ground while you're up there. I died in a battle with the Reachmen.
too many elf lovers in these parts for my taste.
So you're the one wreaking havoc down there among those hawkers. I've tangled with a Reachman or two in my day, and my helmet's off to anyone who charges into their ranks that way. Don't suppose you've come to enlist in the town You have old Strasnock's head? Shows bones. Somebody buy this crazy bastard a cup of mead. If you like to cut off Reachman heads, you've come to the right place, my friend. Have you met Duke Renchant? The Duke will want to meet you. Good. Take your time, though. Rest up. You've earned it. The Duke will know of your deed, and you can go see him in the castle when you're ready. He'll reward you well. Might even offer you my job.
After all said and done, more said than done.
If you have a moment, I would appreciate a word. Pardon my intrusion, but I would speak to you on behalf of Queen Argella. I am her handmaiden. The Queen has heard of your recent accomplishments, and she asked— He is. The Queen stepped aside, but she remains the rightful ruler of the kingdom, and she still cares deeply for its people. Even now, in mourning, she attends to wounded soldiers and refugees in the chapel, but she has other concerns as— Quite frankly, she's concerned about the city's defenses. But of course, she cannot publicly question the Duke's policies. This is why we were hoping you could discreetly investigate to see if there's any merit to some of the rumors. Her Majesty would ask you to inspect the defenses at the East Gate and ask the former guard captain, Sir Jarnet, for his assessment of the Duke's strategy. I know Her Majesty would appreciate if you gave these matters the highest priority. Sadly, I expect you are most likely to find him in the tavern, drinking away his sorrows. By no means does she wish to reinstate him, but Sir Jarnet was the captain of the guard here in Evermore for more than a decade. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to ask for your assistance. The bottom line is that the Queen deferred just vague rumors. Let's face it, our forces were with the city in such dire straits. The Queen is determined to avoid controversy. If people heard she was inquiring as to the
All hail King Allard, ruler of Shornhelm. May his wisdom and courage guide us for years to come.
What do you want?
This is absurd. I've committed no crime, and they're just gonna leave me here. I would say to Rut, I will never get that chance. I'll be speared through when the city is taken. For speaking the truth, nothing more. The Imperial Army has just come because I have just come from Holland Stand. The Imperials infiltrated the city and seized it overnight. They enslaved half the population. They said I was spreading half-truths and paranoid delusions. They said the people here have—
Truth is silenced. It is the people who are shackled. The people eye the north with fearful eyes, but it's from the south that the storm approaches. With an open mind, one hears truth, however dark it may be. No! The telling has already been done. I am here. I'm a crow. What more do you need to know?
I'm not exactly known for my
Hail.
trinkets, but the box has not been opened. The time for gifts has not yet. Great gifts often appear as a surprise, but sometimes the surprise... I know what I see, but it is not me who needs to know. I know this is a desperate city in desperate times, but this is...
Who are you? Can't you see I'm having a drink with my friend here? Might as well embrace the crows. With 15 guards and a couple quivers of arrows? Not a chance! Everyone's dead. The king, the Regent, sure. He's realistic at least. He knows we can't last a day unless we get some help from the outside. Of course, the new guard captain, Huron, doesn't seem to want any help. Well, sure enough, Huron said he's exploring other options. Don't know what those options are. Don't hear much down here, though. Say, why don't you...
When there's no knowledge in the tops of towers, check the bottoms of bottles. One can witness the larger view from on high, but one must come to the light. Hides in shadows, but only there can a secret told is no secret, but all knowledge has its...
The strength.
Moloch, why me?
So much suffering. So much death. Like my husband and my children, this soldier gave her life forevermore. Many others are enduring similar losses. I deserve no more compassion than they do. Oh, of course. Glarica told me. I hope you'll forgive her. Her intentions are good, but she misled you. That request was not on my behalf. I would, but at another time. I hope you understand. Losing my family... I thank you for respecting my wishes. Perhaps you can convince Glarica to do the same. She's already off again, investigating some ship at the docks.
Foolish talk makes me grumpy. You won't like me when I'm grumpy.
That is indeed an immense relief, Huron. There's room to breathe. But it doesn't mean we can rest on our laurels.
I know. It's only one victory, Your Grace. But I hope it's a sign of more to come.
I do too, but that's going to require more work on both our parts, and there's nothing for it but to get it done. You're dismissed, Captain.
Hail.
Uh-huh. Aha! You must be the hero whose bold deeds Captain Huron was just recounting. Retaking the lighthouse may seem trivial, but in times like these, as I expected, your reputation precedes you. You've become something of a legend in the kingdoms of the Daggerfall Covenant. Indeed. Then by all means, tell me what you discovered. Oh, yes, I'm well aware of this. It's unfortunate, but the terms the guild demanded were downright rapacious. I opened our gates to the refugees, but there are limits, and that man was completely mad. Standing outside the castle, shouting that we were all going to die? The people of Evermore are terrified already. So you saw those? You are very perceptive. The truth is that we found an ally to help defend the city. Yes, that is the ship that transported the supplies. There are more supplies being offloaded even now. Please, if you'll just be listen, I can tell that you have an inquisitive nature, and I know your intentions are good, but I cannot risk revealing all my plans just yet. I'm sure that you realize that with the Reachmen bearing down on us, I have a great many matters to attend to. I absolutely do not wish to be rude, but I must be going. All right. If you cannot be convinced to let this go, you must understand, desperate times call for desperate measures. If those Reachmen take this city... Hear me out. A few weeks ago, Imperial diplomats made an offer. They have a deal with the Reach. If we surrender the city to Imperial authority, the Reachmen... We don't have a choice, and at this point, you don't either. Steps are being taken. As I said before, the Bulse Queen is off-limits to all but its crew and the city guard.
Greetings. Hello. Greetings.
Whatever shall I do?
I like to crush skulls and eat sweet rolls. And I've no more sweet rolls.
Greetings.
You mind your business, I'll mind mine.
Yeah.
Hello there.
What is it? Greetings.
Hey, you! What are you doing slinking around my ship? I don't remember inviting you aboard. Make your business quick, or no you don't. And I don't mean to let you. Go ahead then, take it. Go down there and get yourself.
Forgive my enemies, but I will remember their names.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
I think perhaps I had our assignments wrong. I should have checked the stocks and sent you to check the ship. I shouldn't have come here on my own, but I had a feeling the Duke was making bad decisions. Of course, calling this a bad decision would be— The Queen is going to have to take charge. If this doesn't knock her into her senses, I don't know what will.
Go around! To the side! Flank! Now!
Greetings.
You just missed it. The ship's captain left the ship and headed toward that alley to the south. She looked like she was in a hurry. What did you— The gar-bellied bastards! I knew that ship was carrying more than just supplies. I'll go and find Sir Jarned and any other guards who remain loyal.
Your cargo's unloaded, and I'm here for payment. I hope you don't come to regret this, Huron.
If I come to regret this, I'd probably be dead anyways. I don't expect you to understand, Captain. Here's your payment.
Thanks. When are you and your allies making your move? I want to make sure I'm long gone by then.
We're arming everyone up at the weapons cache in the South Alley in just a few hours. So I'd set sail right away. Kind speed, you, Captain.